Hi everybody. So I am AbdurRahman. Jose was a DevOps batch student. Now I'm going to do a small project in DevOps. So the project is I'm going to show in the here. So the project is this one, CI/CD pipeline project. Okay, it's a whole project including all things in DevOps: GitHub, Git, Node.js app, virtual machine, Jenkins, Docker. Integrating this all, we're going to do a small project in DevOps. So let's start. Before that, we need to create a virtual machine. For that, and also we need to we can go in Azure or AWS or GCP, any virtual machine. I'm going from Azure. So okay, let's start. So first we need to create a resource group. Sorry, okay, DevOps. Okay. So next step, we need to create a virtual machine. I'm going to create a Linux virtual machine. So it's easy to install Docker and do other things. Linux standard. And see. Okay. 2 GB or 4 GB RAM is enough. Password. Okay. Let's create. Okay. Create. Let's take a few seconds to complete this process. Okay. So successfully complete. So you need to go into resource group in a virtual machine, and here we need a small we need a small thing sitting here, network setting. We need to give permission to all ports here. There's a so custom. If you give star, star means giving all. If anyone come into port, anyone can come this one. So any save. Okay, done. So now we're going to take this, copy this public IP address, and for the terminal here, we need to log this Linux machine in here. So for that, so search. Okay, yes, password. Okay, done. So now we finally log into the Linux and clearing this. So after that, we need to go inside the super user, the root user. So for that, sudo I. Okay, we came inside the root user. So next step, we want to update Okay, every time in Linux we log in, we log in, we want to update OS, so update apt update. Okay, okay, we successfully update that and clear this one. Next step, okay, and you can see here, next step, we create a successful virtual machine. So next step, we need to install Jenkins. Okay, so for that we need to download Jenkins node. So for that, before we need to give install the Java. Okay, so for that we need to get inside the Jenkins, download. You can see here. So the update, before the installing the Jenkins, we need to install the Java. Okay, I'm taking this command, copy this here, paste it. Yes, sorry. Going. Some process takes little bit more seconds. Other than that, all take few minutes. Okay, done. So next step, we're going to install the Jenkins. So for Jenkins, I'm going to take long-term support release. Okay, so copy this here and paste here. Okay, yes. So okay, finally we install Jenkins. So the now we going to log in the inside Jenkins. Okay, so for that we need to copy this IP address here and come here and paste. The Jenkins port number is 8080. Okay, the 8080. Now you can see here the Jenkins connection came here. So the administrator password, they asking the administrator password. The password is in this path. We need to copy this path. Okay, copy this path and go to this and paste here. Before that, we need to give get command before that. Okay, using get command, we can see inside this path the password. Okay, press enter. Okay, the password came. Copy this and go inside, paste here, continue. Okay, the password is done. We need to give install plugin, suggest plugins is going on. Okay, done. So no due to this field, I'm going to continue as admin. Okay, save and finish. Start Jenkins. So finally we log into the Jenkins. Okay, we have login inside Jenkins. Now we need to do DexNet. Create a job. You can create from here also, can here also. So I'm creating a job here. The item, the name is to do no app. This came for I typed this one also. So I saved it and coming here. So please style. Okay. So here description we need to give any, we can give any description. I'm giving, just giving, this is DevOps is project. Okay. So after that we scroll down, you can see Git project. Okay. Tick here and you will see project URL. The project URL means the project, the Node.js appears in my GitHub. So we need to go inside the GitHub. This is my GitHub. I open tab. Okay, you can see this is the node to do. Okay, my repository. Okay, so from here I need to take this https URL, cloning URL. Okay, they copy this and back into Jenkins, paste here. So this is the my project URL, right? This project's URL. So next step, after that you will see other source code management. Okay, in source code management we click into the Git. After he also they ask repository URL. Repository URL means this project, this repository URL. The same URL we have given here, that URL paste here. So next step, the credential. Here also we want to add some credential. So go for that before the I know anything. We want to add manually here. So Jenkins. Okay, use kind SSH username we're going to use. Okay, this one. The ID is Jenkins GitHub. Description we can give anything. For I'm used this one also before already. So this coming here servicing me. So I'm giving this one. So username also root. Okay. The private IP, private key. Sorry, the private key means we want to add the private key here. So the private key is the SSH keygen. Okay. So we won't take SSH keygen. To take that key, we must go here and type SSH keygen. Press enter. We not type anything here. So enter, enter, enter. Okay. Just stop. After the using cat command, we need to copy this private key here inside this path. Public key is in this path. Okay. So I'm going to copy this path. Public key. Okay. Paste here. Here. Before I'm to copy this. Okay. Right. Copy. And the public key, because I take my public key, right? I take my public key and now I'm going to paste in my GitHub. Okay, in settings. Okay, it means the setting we should paste this public key in here. You can see here settings, SSH and GPG keys. For that, we here you can see. Okay, add new SSH key. Because we paste here, we need to give anything. You can give anything. I'm just giving same here. This is SSH. Anything we can give SSH keygen, and same here, and SSH. So verifying email. Here is I got the email. Wait a few seconds. So verify. Okay, so successfully we create our we have page and create here. So done. So after that we need to take the private key. Okay. For that I'm taking this one. If you delete this one, PUP, this one, take this private key. Okay. The same you can see here, same. So I copy this, copy here. Okay, paste that here. Okay, we need, okay, done. So next step is master is okay. Uh, yeah, it's all down now. Oh, yeah, all done. Apply and save. So I think is okay. So if we here I press this, okay, before that, okay, yeah, press here, you can see here the app successfully running. The build is okay, the successful is running. Okay, the console output, yeah, it's success. So if we go inside here, clear this before that, you see ls slash var slash library Jenkins workshop. See, there is a no to do app. Okay, it is currently in my, running in my Jenkins. Okay, on in my Jenkins. So you can see here. You can see here, right? Yeah. So it's done. So okay, clear. So next step, we need to go inside that path. That path means the console output the same path. Then I show no the path, the to do node app. This is the path. So we can copy this and go, or can type please manually type and we can go inside and take this copy. Just for copying here. Okay, paste here. Sorry. Okay, we came inside this. So you can see now we came inside the to do node app. Okay, so the to do node app is currently in my on my virtual machine. So I have to run this, right? To do node app to run, I need to run with this node app. So to run that, you don't see the ls, you can see a docker file. Okay, this docker file inside there is some small script. Okay, that's automatically added, but we need to delete this and uh, type manually. Post is the main part here. So I'm going to remove this. I will tell you next step. Create how to create this. Why you creating here? So I'm creating docker file. Less nothing, right? So all done. So after that we need to install that small application here. So for that we go inside my GitHub. In my repository they have some codes. So that to do node app. Okay, this is the application codes. So apt install node.js app here and paste. Right. It's also done. So next step, copy this here, paste here. Right. Okay. Next, go again. Here, copy this. Here, paste here. Here, right? So it's okay. It's done. Next, last is want to run this Node.js app. Paste here. So okay, finally the Node.js app is running. Okay, to do Node app is running. Sorry. So we can see here. Copy this and paste here. Okay, the public IP address and paste here. And you can see here the to do Node app is running in here 8000 port number. So colon 8000. Okay, finally successfully now running. The to do Node app is running, right? So we can here write anything. So first step is done. This is see project. Anything can type anything because the to do Node app is currently running and successfully done. So now this is running in my virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine, right? In my current machine, it means on premise like that. So it's running my on virtual machine. So now I need to do this in my Jenkins. Okay, so okay, so Jenkins using Docker. Okay, we're going to do using Jenkins here. Okay, the Node.js is running here from this. From we're going to do this Jenkins using Docker container. Okay, for that, yeah, if you press Control, this currently running. If you want to stop this, Control plus C, it will stop. If you refresh this, you can see here, stop that, right? If you press again, if you give this again, it will be run. So yeah, okay. We'll ask where we had some points like that we are going, because there is no backup like any storage to save that, so that's why. So okay, so I'm going to stop this. Okay, clear. Okay, so we're going to install now Docker. Okay, you see, for that apt install docker.io. Okay, we creating Docker. Okay, the Docker is successfully installed. See that. So next, I already told I going to delete some. I did the Docker file, right? So I all told that. So that Docker file we going to create now, because I have told that there's some script to run there, like small thing. So now we're going to do that script things and creating that file. So touch D should be capital Docker file. Okay. So now put ls. You can see Docker file inside that. Before that we delete, no, so there will be list only. Now we have create a file, Docker file again here. Okay, so we need going to inside this Docker file vidock file. If you give simple D, it will create a new file and go inside the Docker file, any other Docker file. If you want to give the same like this, okay, Docker file. Now we came inside. This is now in read mode. We want to take a write mode. Press I. You can see here. Now we can type here anything. Okay. So we're going to type that small script here. Okay. For that, from work directory app, copy current directory to current directory. Okay. Run that npm install exposing 8000 port. We can give any port number. I'm giving 8000 port. cmd node app. Okay, this is the small script some code that I told that I'm going to create in the Docker file. So we need to now save this. So press K colon W, right, Q, right, save Q. Okay, if you put get Docker file, you can see here. Okay. Okay, so now using this we're going to create an image. From that image we're going to create a container. Okay, I think you can understand. From using this we're going to create an image. From that image we're going to create a container. So that the code is docker build current directory -t, the name of the image. I'm giving to do node app. Okay, it's creating. You can see the image is creating. some warnings are coming. Just leave that. Okay, now it's done. So now successfully create the image, right? Uh, Create this. Okay, that like that. We continue. So now we're going to create, using this image, we're going to create a container. So for that, docker run -d background. Okay, -d. So double hyphen name, the container name. I'm giving, like, you can give any name. Giving node to do app. Okay, hyphen p, the port number, right? 8000, 8000. The image name. Okay, show to do no app. Okay, you can see here. But successfully we create a container using that image of container. So now okay, this you can see docker a. Okay, yeah. So you can see here is running. Currently the container is running, and you can see docker image that you have created. Just leave this one. See this about a minute. Then we have created. Now if we come here, the refresh here, you can see this one. Now this is running inside the docker. Okay, using Jenkins, running inside the docker container, the node.js app. Okay, so next so next we going to do is automate this. Now we have create now this image file, image container. In manually we type here and do some things, scripts, some things. But now we going to do this automate, right? Automate. If I build in Jenkins, just click a build, is automatically create an image and a container. Okay, container. And after getting container, the node.js is running automate. Okay, now we can see then automate steps. Okay, so I need to stop this all container and container, and I want to remove the images, all the things, so that docker stop on 3. Okay, docker stop that. Docker rm on 3. Okay, you see docker, okay, there is no container. Okay, so next step we want to remove the images. So docker rmi de. Okay, docker rmi f3. Okay, so now clear. See, docker images nothing, docker a nothing. Yeah, so we go inside the Jenkins. Okay, there's a refresh here. Nothing. Okay, now Jenkins. So now we're going to do automate. So how to do automate means, if I press here, okay, no, I will tell the next step. So for automate, we go inside this and configuration. You can see build steps. come here, build steps. In this build steps, you can see execute shell. Okay, once I execute shell, here we're going to write something commands in this line. Okay, so that command docker build current directory -t to do node app image name. Okay, tag means image t, tag image name. Next, docker run -d backing running backing our name, the container name node to do. You can give any name, image, and container. I will give for this for easy because of the project is going like this. So app -p port number browser and the image name. Okay, the same name is the image name in here. Okay, right, done. Apply save. So now apply save. If I press this, you will see here, right? You can see the build scheduled. Okay, the build is run. Okay, now okay, if I here just let's see, refresh. Okay, the build is failed, get failed. You see here the build is in here inside console output. You can see per all done, right? You see done, but you can see here the permission denied. Okay, failure. So why this failure means, see here, now we have automate here, right? Jenkins to do we have tell from Jenkins to Docker create this and give like this automate, right? So now the Jenkins is not linked with Docker, so Docker will not give permission, will not take the permission. It means Docker will not take the commands from Jenkins to do that. So we need to add the Jenkins as a user in Docker. After that, if I after that entering the Jenkins, we giving it as a user in Docker. After that, if we set inside the Docker anything commands, the Docker will do that. Okay. For that, we need to give permission. So for that, inside this one, I'm clearing this. For that permission, user hyphen simple a g Docker Jenkins. Okay, we have successfully give a permission, and we need to restart or restart the system ctl restart Jenkins. Just take a little second. Okay, now successfully restart. We have restart Jenkins. Now we go inside Jenkins. Refresh here. It's our admin password. For that, I'm using admin. The password is, we can take password like this: ls/var lib Jenkins secrets initial password. Okay, enter the password key. Okay. Okay, sorry, you get command. Okay, so paste here. and keep me sign in. Easy. Everything every time I don't need to give password. So now you can see it's failure. So if I press this, build successful is running. You can see here it means it's successfully running. Wait a second. Okay, now refresh. Okay, successful. First is success, second is failure, got failed because of the permission. Now third is success. If you see console output, okay, menu workspace on done, okay, done. Now you can see here, right? Okay. Docker, we automate that code, shell scripting. Docker build -t. Sorry, you can see sending that all the daemon. Okay, done. Okay, yes, okay, it's finished. Success. So now we successfully give permission and the Node.js app is running inside in Docker container. Okay, using Jenkins automated and running inside container, Docker container. So if you refresh this, you can see, yeah, successfully run, right? You can see here, it's running. Okay, step over thing. Okay, run. So next, the final steps, final stage. So back inside. So now come to this image. So now we going do like this, no? Few steps. Creating virtual machine, doing Jenkins, Node.js app, and currently we run our virtual machine, real only virtual machines. And after we take into Jenkins, using Jenkins we have run the Node.js app. And after that we have run from Docker using integrating with Jenkins in and Docker integrate and we run inside the Docker and other things. So next step, we're going to integrate the Git and Jenkins, GitHub and Jenkins. Integrating this whole, now we're going to integrate this whole set. If in GitHub, in Git, using Git, if we edit or anything, we trigger using GitHub, it's directly coming to inside Jenkins and Jenkins triggered and from Jenkins triggered, other contain images will be edited Jenkins will automatically create and the Node.js will run, right? So to that, I need to create a plugins, okay? For plugins in Jenkins, right? So settings here, okay. The plugins you can see here, plugins, available plugins, GitHub integration. Sorry, up. Okay, you can see here. This is the plugins, GitHub integration plugins. We're going to integrate the GitHub here. Okay, install, start, restart. So asking password again. Okay, okay. Admin password we can take from here. The same password. keeps asking me. Okay, go back to this, and now I need to copy this one. Okay, this URL, like this one, copy here and go inside the GitHub. In this GitHub, we come inside this node to do CICD. So in that, you can see in settings, webhook. Okay, the webhook, we're going to add webhook that we have copied in Jenkins here, and this one we're going to integrate, right? From here, paste this here and like github web. Okay, and JSON, nothing secret, add webhook. Okay, down. It take a few seconds to trigger here. So if we come success, it's okay. If it comes failure, it will be any issues in before steps or anything, right? So let's press here. Okay, successful. It came success. Now we should go to the Jenkins back and go inside this here configuration. We want to give permission to tick to the webhook. You want trigger. Okay, you want to give trigger. Come to trigger here. You can see here git hook trigger for git cm polling. So, okay, so I would, yeah, and apply save. Okay, successfully. Now the node.js app is to do node.js app is running. So I need to stop this all. I need to stop all this. Okay, come here. Yes. Or I need to stop all these containers and remove images. Okay, so let's do this last final stage. Docker stop fd. Okay, it's done. After that, docker rmfd. Okay, we remove docker container. You can see here nothing. Okay, now docker image. So for that, docker rmi 36. Okay, docker rmi f3. Okay, you see docker hyphen a nothing container, docker images. So nothing. We have deal all images and docker, but the docker file should be here. If you put the ls, okay, the docker file. We remove this, it will collapse. Okay, so we need this. Okay, so next we're going to create another virtual machine, a Windows virtual machine to install Git. Okay, so I'm going to create another virtual machine. The machine is Windows machine. Screw Windows here. Okay, it's enough. Okay, great. Create. So okay, now successfully create our Windows machine. Go inside the source and copy this. So I'm going to remotely access my this machine. So it's there. Okay, password, username, password. Yes, it's come loading. Take a few seconds. It'll take a few seconds. Please take seconds. Okay. So okay. Okay. It's done. Okay. Now I'm going to install Git. Okay. Um, data information. So hmm, download. Install Git. Windows. Do this one. Okay. Install. Open here. Next. Next. So I know I need to create a shortcut in desktop. Shortcut. Okay, next. Okay. The last step I'm going to do. Okay. We successfully create now install the git. So we open the git bash. So you have all CD the git. For my convenience, I change the little bit this one for comfortable. Like okay, like okay. So click here. Okay, so now I need to clone my repository here. So okay, my git repository git. So I need to go back inside my git hub. Okay, I need to, yeah, you can see here cloning. I need to clone this now. Git clone, paste this URL. Okay, paste this URL. Okay, we clone. Okay, you will see here. Yeah, okay, done. So now successfully we clone. Now we want to go inside this node to do this file. Okay, so I'm going to do cd clearing this. Okay, cd. Okay, I have came inside this. Now I want to git init. Okay, git init. Okay, initialization complete. Now next step, I need to tell who I am to git. So git config double hyphen global user. Okay, in real time you need to give the real name, what you have. Okay, and real Gmail. Okay, for now I'm giving this just my name and just email address. Git. Okay, so I have already told, right? We need to give real name and real Gmail in real time word projects. Okay, so next I see here git remote hyphen v that we have cloned, right? So we're going to do like we're going to do the step is from SSH. So we need to change this, right? So I'm going to clear this again. Okay, so before that we need to give we need to take SSH keygen. So SSH keygen, sorry, this is a mistake, the E. Okay, okay, here you can see the public key right here, public key. Take this public key, copy, cat, paste here. Okay, the public key, the SSH key. Okay, to deploy here. Okay. Copy inside to the git, and here in this settings you will see here git deploys the SSH keys. Okay, I need to get a key to GitHub and Git to connect. Right? Paste this. The title we can give anything. Okay, I already given. Okay, can give this one. It's me. So, want to give must allow its right access. That key. Okay, successfully we add that key SSH key. Okay, done. So next we go back into the virtual Windows machine. Now clear this. We need to change that URL, right? This one. Git on V. Okay, we need to change this. Okay, for SSH. So for that, uh, okay, so URL Jin. Okay, Jin in here. So you can see here this one SSH. Copy this, paste here. Okay, successfully we changed that. If you see now, get remote -v, right? You can see the difference now. Okay, so okay, now done. The final stage. Okay, I'm clearing this. You're going to see the final stage and final result. So now, if I put ls, you can see here the view, right? The view. So inside the view, only they have this one, the DevOps CI/CD pipeline project, Jenkins CI/CD, GitHub integration, right? So now, if I refresh, it will go because there's nothing contains running. So you see this here, right? The final step. See this. Okay, see this and this one. Okay, you can see. Okay, right? So this one. So if I refresh this, it will be not right. No. So now the final step from using Git. Okay, using Git. If I do something in Git from Git to GitHub. Okay, using GitHub from Git, it will trigger to Jenkins and Jenkins from Docker and contain image and full integration now. Okay, so that I'm going to inside the V, inside the V only this one have. Okay, this that merges app. Okay, so cd views. Okay, views. Okay, sorry, vi views. Okay, you can see that, right? Jenkins CI/CD with GitHub integration, DevOps CI/CD pipeline here, that here shown here, DevOps CI/CD pipeline here, Jenkins CI is integration with integration. Okay, so I'm going to do the final step, right? So I'm going to change these things, these two things. Okay, this is the final result we're going to see here. Okay, so this is on now in read mode. I'm going to take this to write mode. Press I and come here. Here, now CI/CD GitHub integration. So I'm going to give my name. Okay, this is Abdul CI/CD. Okay, Abdul CI/CD. Yes. Okay, bit short. So next, I'm going to change this also. DevOps, right? DevOps CI/CD pipeline. I'm going to this also. I'm going to give my name. Okay. For changes, you can see on another name. So you can see the difference. So now escape to save and quit. Escape to save and escape to from the read mode. Now colon. You can see a colon. Save W Q quit. Okay. Now if you see here, git status, the git is telling this modified it. Okay, working directories. Okay, modified it. Why this modified? We edit in this to do JES inside that. So that is the showing we have modified. So now we want to add this to stage. Okay, git add dot. Okay, if you give dot means, sorry, if you give dot means it's a current directory, right? So I'm giving now current directory, and you can give the name also. This name also you can give. I'm giving like this dot. So if I give this git status, okay, finally this came to stage. Okay, it's now showing green color. Now we need to successfully, now we have done all things. Okay, we had added, and okay, this final is done. Now in stage area, now we can commit this. Okay, so we're going to do that. Git commit -a, the current path directory, right? M, the message, -m, the message. We're going to tell this this is DevOps C CICD project. Enter. Okay, now successfully we commit. You see here, its status. Okay, nothing. Working tree is clean. Okay, you see here, working tree is clean. Okay, the last step you can see here. Yeah, okay, I will do here. Git push origin master. Okay, the final step. Enter. Are you asking yes? Okay, yes. Okay, the successfully we commit the final step, and successfully we finished all this project. All means this all integrated. Now GitHub, Jenkins, Docker, all the things. CI/CD, CI/CD, full pipeline project. Okay. Now came here. It's not refreshed. If I refresh here, you can see the changes. Bye. Hmm. So now you can see here the successful result. Okay. Okay, final. Refresh this. Abdur CI/CD pipeline. You can see Abdur CI/CD. You can see with integration, right? So this is the small project. Okay, this is the image. A small project. Successfully we done CI/CD pipeline project. For thank you for watching, all of you.